Lynn, thanks for joining Undercurrent. There are more and more media stories that are focusing on animal attacks, in particular dog attacks. Is it the owners that we should be looking at, or is it the breeds?
It's not the breed. Admittedly, there are some breeds, and again, the human being is developing specific breeds with certain traits, and there are some breeds, therefore, that might have the propensity to have intolerable behaviour. But on the whole, it isn't the breed. It's actually what we call the deed. And the traits that the dog's exhibiting are usually brought out by the things that we do with them, to them, or around them.
Is there anything that we can be doing to minimise these attacks?
Well, we've spent a lot of time looking at the animals and condemning the breed, if you like. What we should be doing is looking at the owners, looking at what level of training and understanding do they have. And you know, it's very pertinent, Nick, at the moment, because as we're getting much more knowledge around the science of animal behaviour, not just with dogs but across the board, we're becoming more informed ourselves. All of a sudden the lights go on and we've got the potential to actually do something really good. But we should not be in a position where we're condemning animals to death purely because of their behaviour, when we can rehabilitate, or we could stop the problem in the first place.
Only 12 months ago, the farming community wouldn't have been big fans of the RSPCA, in particular the cattle producers. Where are they now with the RSPCA, and are you talking to them? You
know, Nick, we've always spoken to all of the producers, and yes, last year I think that we perhaps were considered to be a little bit on the nose. Most people in the industry, though, know the RSPCA, they know what we stand for. We know that we're not trying to close down their businesses. What we're trying to do is improve the conditions under which animals are dealt.
Is there any chance that we could see those shocking images that we saw on Four Corners again? Is this something that the RSPCA is conscious of?
Well, I think everybody's conscious of that, and the only way that we can really eradicate that sort of thing is to look at the conditions under which the animals are exported. And coming back to our stance on that, of course, we're against the export of live animals for slaughter, purely because we can't control the conditions. Since the Four Corners airing last year, where there was minimal stunning in minimal locations in the abattoirs in some of those countries we were mentioning. That has improved. We've still got quite a way to go, but there is a willingness by industry and by the government to actually get there. So in that way, it's very pleasing.
The Million Paws Walk, an outstanding success there for the RSPCA.
It's a major fundraising event for the RSPCA, but it's deeper than that. It's deeper, it goes right down to the very essence again of what people are turning up for. In other words, their desire to look after animals, to work in with them, to build them into their lives.
How much did you raise?
Still tallying up, but it's in the few hundred thousands. And again, it's how we exist. We don't exist if we don't raise the money. And I'll tell you, the community stands up every time and they turn out for us. It's fantastic.
Lynn, what is your vision for the RSPCA as the National President over the next 12 months?
But what I'd personally like to see is that we engage the public a lot stronger in what our key messages are about certain animal welfare issues. So we need to tell the public, probably in slightly different ways, and be a little bit more vocal about where we stand on certain issues. And personally, I'm trying to lead that charge. Be a little bit louder, a little bit stronger, a little bit more often.
Lynn Bradshaw, thanks for joining Undercurrent.
Thanks, Nick.